Guys, deluded. I'm back again now. To start any journey in life, you don't need to be great, but to become great or achieve greatness, you have to start. I mean, it's hard to believe, but within reason and broadly speaking, everyone, whether it's Cristiano Ronaldo, whether it's Nelson Mandela, RIP, whether it's any entrepreneur, any footballer, which we speak about, obviously I'm a football channel, and these things, you need to have some self-belief or see where anyone that's achieved success, or Ferguson or Wenger in management, you need to see a future of yours, a future self that no one else can see but you, or you need to become better every day. What I believe is that everything that will come to me, whether it's endorsements, whether it's more exposure, whether it's just what I would like, opportunities directly within football, all of these things come from challenging yourself and becoming a better person, and just challenging the man in the mirror. Of my mirror's on the right hand side, left hand side, so you can't see, but you get it. I know a hell of amount. I also know I know a hell of I don't know a lot. I also know, I mean, let me say that better. I know a lot. I also know I know nothing, in the sense that I need to immerse myself, and I do immerse myself to learning new things, to taking new opinions and information. And my football, the way I see football is constantly changing. The way I see football 3 months ago isn't the way I see football now, to be honest with you. Yeah, like it's all sort of different. I know a lot, but I also believe on paper, does it look like I know a lot? I mean, I'm a big fan of the saying, work until you no longer have to introduce yourself. It's only through Deluded, this YouTube channel, that I really got that, because I've told you guys before, it's felt like, I want to say people trying to lickle man me, but it's like other content creators or other things, it's like, yeah, it was like little man thing. Like, do you wanna work and do this for us? Do you wanna, we'll give you this? It's not, to the sense that I know it looks like I'm turning down opportunities to impress. What I mean by that is, these opportunities were like, it felt like, okay, put your thing to the side, Deluded to the side, and come collectively work over this. And I'm not that sort of person. I mean, I've only got so much energy, and I believe in myself way more than I believe in anyone else. Way before anyone could tell me I know football and I know this and I don't know this and I don't know that, I had to believe in myself. So as much as harsh as it sounds, as much as I love you guys and I love my subscribers, whether you guys think I know football or not, I don't really care, to be fair, in the nicest possible way. Not that I don't care about you lot, it's because you lot are fickle, in the sense that there's many subscribers who like me and then don't like me, and then don't like me and then like me. I can't listen to opinions like that, really and truly. I can just focus on being the better me. But staying back on track, in regards to what I actually have, I've already previously told you about my brief scouting experience. I hold a level 1 in talent ID, and I hold a level 1 in FA coaching level. So yeah, and that's on top of me knowing what I know and things like that. On paper, it does look like I know a lot, but yeah, that's what big reason why I kept going with this channel, actually, in the hope that if I do get these roles or can apply for these roles, you can see by on my backlog of work that I know what I'm talking about, or people's opinions don't lie. But yeah, that's what I currently have, and what I'm aspiring to get. And I've been slacking. I should have done this when I was like 17. Because ironically, I didn't have desires to coach at first. I need my FA level 2. That's around £200 or so, like that. The only problem with that is, I know a lot of you see it. Obviously, when you're working, you need time off. And that the same logic by that, these things book up quickly. These things are being booked in random places. Like, so that's very hard. I don't necessarily want it, and I don't necessarily. I've seen people get these qualifications and not really get anywhere. But the PFSA qualification is a good scouting analysis qualification. At the end of the day, if I grab that, people might just listen to me. So that's something I aspire to. I believe that's £200 or so. It could be more, but it's situated in Manchester. So with that, I'd have to obviously get a train, which is around £100, 100 or so quid. I'd obviously have to, what else would I have to do? Accommodation. That being said, I do know they do it in Barnet, which is just up the road, essentially, really, from me in North London. So, yeah. Obviously, the big one I would like to do out of the list of everything I've just said is the Talent ID Level 2. That's the one thing I would really love to do right now, because I have the Level 1. I would love to do... Oh, yeah, I said I had it. I would love to do that right now. The problem is, again, booking. They're hardly ever available, and when they are, they go. I mean, I look at it every day, so the next time it's available, I will have a place on that, essentially. But yeah, there's that. That's around 200 or so. Again, a lot of these things are more. And then long term, my goal is to have it by the time I'm 30. I'll kill myself, not kill myself like that, but I will punch up myself if I don't get it by I'm 40, is my UEFA B. Now I've seen everything from £500 to a couple of grand, and that's typically one you need a lot of bursary with. The problem with this is finding the time, in general, that most people can find is the time. I'm not rich. The finances. I have my own expenses and my own life as well. I mean, yeah, I have to pay for certain things. So yeah, There's that. There's the way these courses are, in the sense that you can hardly find them available. So it's a wait. It's a very much a waiting game. And the thing that scares me, but excites me the most, is that you can actually do all of this and still not get anywhere. Because I know people with all of these things, and because football is just the way it is, they haven't got anywhere. It excites me because, if I'm honest, I am the shit. Pardon my language. Like, I'm too good not to be involved in football at some point in my life, long term. What scares me is that the amount of people that must have been put off by this, and to a degree I was once guilty of that, because you're looking at all of this, you're looking at the dynamics at playing football, and you're thinking, is it worth it? Even if I do get into a football club, am I going to be able to progress? Such is the level of this. So there's also that. I'm not too sure how much WeScout software is. I believe it's around £300 to have it flat out. For those who don't know, it's just scouting software. You can look at a lot of kids. They're very smart, in the same way that Adobe rent out their product. WeScout lease it, in the sense that there's different memberships according to how much footage you want to see. I even saw one that said you only get 140 minutes per month for footage. So obviously you're going to go for the more expensive package. And then you've got Adobe Creative Cloud. Now, if you go back to 16, I had no interest of doing that. But I mean, part of me wants to be a master at all of them. And I'm trying now. I'm actually in problems because the trial ran out and the torrents aren't working. I'm not buying a legit Adobe program. I can't lie to you guys. Torrents are not working for me. I actually want to be good at that, purely because it would improve my video content, purely because, like, I just something like I can somewhat like it. Like, I must admit, since I've started my vids, I have a greater appreciation for videography, videography, or whatever the damn word is, and definitely for photography. Like, I can see things, if you get what I mean. Like, and if I could go back at 16 and know I had some sort of inclination to this, maybe I would have pursued these sort of things. Because I only liked football and making money. That's the only things I liked, to be fair with you. And politics, and learning about history, in particular black history, and away from the lazy connotations that history used to teach us, or just watching Roots. I mean, I once got to, it's going into a bit of memory lane, but I once got in trouble. I actually got excluded for a day for saying, why do you keep showing us Roots? Why can't you show us the graphic stuff? I won't get into actually what I said, but in the long short of it, that's essentially what I said. And the teacher was so dumbfounded, and I was like, why are you showing us Roots? Why don't you show us the likes of Till, who was a victim of dog calling, whistle calling, when someone lied that he touched them? Why don't you tell us about the Benin City, which had plumbing work way before any European based country ever had plumbing work? Why don't you tell us about the likes of Ortridge, who was an African slave but died a world performer, performing in places like Russia, etc.? Why didn't you tell us about several things? So yeah, man, these are sort of inclinations. But back to football, yeah, that's the man I would like to be in the next couple of years or so. And I mean, if I've got all of them and I'm still in the same place, then I'm doing something wrong. But they actually burn me that I don't have them. I mean, yeah, I mean, my pockets are not endless. The bursaries that I apply for don't holler, man. The bursaries are a stitch up in itself. Football is a very dirty game, especially in England. It's a very dirty game, but eventually cream always rises to the top, people, inshallah, and them things there. I mean, all I can say is inshallah that I can get somewhere, and all I can do is grind, really and truly. And yeah, I mean, I believe I'm the shit, so this doesn't faze me, and I hope, regardless of anything that you guys are trying to do and advance your careers in, or advance yourselves, you're not put off by anything, because you need to be resolute and somewhat narcissistic, which is probably what I'm kind of being to it. Maybe to a degree naive as well, which has definitely bit me on the arse in my life. But yeah, man, guys, deluded. I thought, let me sit down and actually tell you, look, the man I aspired to be somewhat. I mean, it's not everything. Of course, I have to keep some things private. I mean, yeah, but guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Like it for me. All my socials, from my Twitter account to my Snapchat. Well, no, my Snapchat's not, but all them accounts are in my description. Snapchat is dguna04. Add up the ting, like the vid, subscribe, comment, do the rest. Thank you very much, people. I'm out.